How you doing, everyone? Greetings from Afghanistan. Today's some videos of the first training session I've had here in Afghanistan at the gym that I've got available to me. There you can see what work I did. I kept the volume really light, worked up to some medium to heavy tier 1 stuff, considering the volume. I would say the 405 squat was probably a RPE 7 or 8, and the 475 deadlift I got today was probably a RPE 9, which is a little bit heavier than what I'd like to go. And I am also not super familiar with the RPE scale, and my understanding of it is very rudimentary. So I'm going to be educating myself on that because I definitely like how Mike Trichere has done that, and I'll learn that and implement it in my own training here soon and adjust it to my method that I train with. And I'm probably going to be talking to a friend of mine, Matt, who is trained in that style for a very long time, and he's very educated on that. So getting the good news from him on RPE and how to implement it. So worked up to 365 beltless, hit this 385 with the belt on. I get to 405. And I hit it, and something about my form with 405, just reviewing the videotape, it's not that it's shaky or it looks terrible or anything like that. Just something about it is weird. I think when I stand up, it's just not smooth enough for me. And with that being said, I think a lot of it has to do with my sleep has been kind of wonky. My sleep habitat has been a little off for these last 6 days of travel. So sleeping on cots, random hours of sleep. Last night was the first night I actually got a full, what I would consider a full quantity of sleep, although it was broken through numerous times of waking up and walking to the bathroom and all of the other stuff. So today was the first training day. It was a Monday. I was like, hey, why not? Let's jump into it. And feeling decently rested, had a good meal. This was all done though after like a 2-mile round trip walk to the range and back. That's with full gear or whatever, so probably like 45, 50 pounds of whatever plus weapon. So didn't take a whole lot out of me. Not like I was moving as fast as I possibly could, but maybe just something to consider. So like I said, the volume was very, very low, and the intensities I kept them pretty reasonable for the main reason that I don't know what work I do have ahead of me for the following week, and so I don't want to kill myself and then be useless out here for the first week I get here. That wouldn't exactly leave a good impression on the people that I'm working with, and it wouldn't be very considerate for me to really wear myself down to in the gym only to get to my real duties that I have to do out here and not be able to perform them. So I'll be easing myself into a higher volume, higher intensity stuff like I am typically used to, and adjust from there. So I got up to 475 deadlift right here. Not terribly slow, but also at the same time the seat off the floor was pretty slow. And my lockout's getting much stronger, much faster, and that's historically been my weak point. So the fact that it's improving is very satisfying, because for a long time there I thought it was going to be the bane of my deadlift's existence, and I would always get heavy weights off the floor and above my knee, but I couldn't bring them to full lockout. So it's good that it's being fixed. And so here the T2 weights that I decided to do is 345 for 5 sets of 3. This training session, maybe an hour and a half or something like that. I did have a break in the middle to knock out some work that I had to get done real quick. But overall, kind of just paced myself and got some work in, and wanted to see where I was on the first training session in Afghanistan and just kind of set a baseline, a bare minimum standard, if you will, for my squat and deadlift. So after I did my squat and deadlift, I decided to do some T3 work, just kept it to one movement, 3 sets, 10 reps, and did these banded hamstring curls. This is the last set. These were shown to me back stateside by a friend of mine, Bill. I like them. I'm probably going to be making these a staple for my T3 work on a squat and deadlift day. So I just want to thank all of my old buddies who are still infantrymen or have gotten out of the Marine Corps, former infantrymen. And if it wasn't for those guys doing the real hard work, really getting their hands dirty and living out in the boonies and having nothing available to them but a wag bag and maybe an MRE and some water, I wouldn't have this.